So I don't know about the rest of y'all, but modern gaming makes me so tired, man. Like every day now, it seems like some game from some franchise or some developer does something really stupid that pisses off a lot of people, and it's becoming like a weekly occurrence now. So recently, within the last like day or two, Helldivers 2 has come out with an announcement saying that if you're playing on PC, you need to make a PlayStation account for, I guess they said, security reasons, which we all know is horseshit. They're not doing anything to the security. In fact, their community manager on Twitter, before she deleted her account, told everybody that it was actually because it makes it easier to ban people. Which, I mean, even if they were honest about that, that wouldn't make things any better. But for the sake of argument, let's say it is for security reasons. Look, man, as a PC user, look, I have a PlayStation 5, I have a Xbox One, I have a Nintendo Switch, I have an Xbox account, Nintendo account, Sony account, because, when I'm playing on a console, that makes sense, man. I have a Steam account, I've got almost 600 games on Steam. I use multiple different types of things, okay? To play even Grand Theft Auto 4 here, I need to have the Rockstar thing installed. I deal with it because I have to. There's no other alternative here, okay? But look, man, the problem here, and the reason that this specifically is the straw that broke the camel's back, is because just in general, people are tired of this, man. I'm tired of when I go to play a Ubisoft game or an EA game or a Rockstar game or now I guess PlayStation games. I have to use or make an account or log into another account while I'm already using an account. Like it's just this like pyramid of shit that just gets bigger and bigger and bigger as the years go on. And it's just tiring to deal with. And people are sick of it, man. Like look, I've been playing Helldivers 2 on PC for, I don't know, a couple weeks now. Like when it started blowing up really big on Twitter, that's when I and a lot of you probably bought it and really enjoyed it. I mean, it had its problems at launch, but again, it's still a pretty damn good game. And I love how people are trying to point out that the Steam page has a section that tells you, hey man, you gotta have a PlayStation account in order to play this game. Let's be real here for about 2 seconds, folks. Okay, number one, most people do not read that area of Steam when they go to buy a game, because 99.9% of Steam games do not require you to make yet another account on top of your Steam account in order to play it. And number two, there's only one time in the entire, when you launch the game, that it tells you this. And there's a skip button that, again, 99.9% of people probably hit when they play the game. And, it doesn't show up again, at least not for me, whenever I go to launch the game. So let's be real here, folks. Most people either didn't even know about this or completely forgot about it. And I can't blame them for that, because, again, the game, even with all the server problems, even with the crashes and other problems it had, it was still a pretty stable and working product that really nobody had. And not to mention, this game sold like 8 million copies. So, realistically, let's be 100% honest here, folks. We all know what Sony is doing. This is just another reason for them to bump up their numbers to make their shareholders happy. That is all they're doing here. And that's just, it's a scummy move. They changed their policy on some website somewhere where it originally said you didn't have to have this, but then they changed it recently to say that it does. And look, Sony are just being scumbags here. Let's just be real. And I feel so bad for the Helldivers, like, developers, because I guarantee these people were forced to do this. They probably didn't even want to do it. And it's just a horrible just batch of PR for Sony and the Helldivers developers. Their Discord, I'm a part of the Discord, it's in shambles right now. It's up in flames. You had one of the community managers in the Discord acting like a total jackass the entire time. I mean, look, even with that, I'm still not blaming the developers here, because they are not in control of this. It's all Sony's fault. And look, man, Sony, I don't hate you personally. I don't mind the PlayStation 5. I think it's a pretty decent little console. But look, man, there's no reason for us to actually have to do this. There's no legitimate good reason why this has to happen. And look, guys, I know it's easy to make a PlayStation account. It doesn't require you to pay any money. But again, there was no reason for it to be in there to begin with. So there's no good reason for you to force us to do this. And like I said, man, it's just we as PC, especially as PC gamers, we're tired of this. I'm tired of even on consoles now with certain games, you have to make an account to play certain video games on there. And you know, this idea that look, man, if your only response to this is a petty insult or it just takes 2 seconds to do it, man, stop being a crybaby. Like, look, you're not adding anything of value to the conversation. You're just being a douchebag. You know, if it doesn't bother you, then it doesn't bother you. Go continue to play the game and ignore everybody who has a problem with it. You know, like, I don't understand how that's a hard thing to do these days. You know what I mean? And I know it's easy to twist this around and be like, well, it's not hard to make a PlayStation account. But look, man, have y'all forgotten how many times Sony's been hacked? Have we forgotten that? I see this on Twitter every, like, week or so, that Spider-Man 2 was completely leaked out, and you have an entire group of people right now actually rebuilding it to run on PCs. Like, man, I don't trust Sony, at least in this regard. And I don't blame people for not wanting to make an account with Sony when they've been hacked so many times. I remember seeing this one guy on Twitter, he was talking about how his account was hacked back in the 2011 hack, and he lost like $3,000 to some jackass who, you know, obviously stole the money and ran off with it, and it took him, I don't know how many years to get it settled. You know, like, this is the thing you risk when you make a Sony account because they get hacked all the time. You know, it's not like a yearly thing, but, you know, what? Oh, I almost forgot about the number one thing here. There's literally tons of countries you can't even make a freaking PlayStation account in anyways. And if you did buy the game in one of those countries, you have no way to make an account with Sony because people are saying just use a VPN to do it. No. They will literally ban you for doing that. So these people who have already spent money in the game literally will be unable to play a game that they fucking paid for when this goes into effect. So, you know, these people are getting screwed over, and, you know, Sony, I guess, just doesn't care. But anyways, though, guys, this is Snow. I'll see you guys later. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Have a nice day.